Good evening, teachers. Welcome to fourth day of Jolly Phonics workshop. In the beginning only, I'm sharing teacher activity. Attempt this teacher activity in the comment box. The very first question is, what do you think? Can we easily teach phonics to children of age 3 to 4 years? Question number 2 is, share any approach by which you can make phonics easy. Very interesting questions. Comment box is open for you. Share your own view and help others also to think like you, or your thinking can help others. Now let's move on to this part of workshop. Today we will discuss what is phoneme and what is grapheme. All 5 skills of Jolly Phonics I had covered in previous 3 days. Today we will talk about of these two terms, phoneme and grapheme. A phoneme is the smallest unit of sound in a word. As our body have smallest unit as cell, similarly phoneme is the smallest unit of sound in a word. Or you can say single sound of single letter is called phoneme. Now what is grapheme? A grapheme is the way we write phoneme. For example, letter K sound can be written in these 5 different ways. C K, K, C K, Q U K, and CH, which is actually ch sound, but at some places I will find it as K. So grapheme is the written presentation, but phoneme is the smallest unit of sound in a word. I hope we are clear with these two terms because they are the main part of this program. Now let's move ahead and check how we can go for mapping. Phoneme is an individual speech sound. There are 44 phonemes in English language. Phonemes are the smallest unit of speech. Now I can easily see mapping here. Word is written and below word phonemes are written. For example, cat. Cat is a CVC word, AT family, and when I write in phoneme form, like say phonemes in grapheme form, then it is K, A, A, T, T. So in place of this K, there can be C also, because C and K all together make the sound K. Next is ship. Word is ship, but when I bifurcate this word, then I will do the writing presentation, which is called grapheme, and these all are phonemes. So this is actually called phoneme grapheme mapping. S and H all together make one sound. That is why they are written in one bracket, one slash. Then letter I, which is having individual sound, and letter P, which is again having individual sound. So SH, sh, I, p, ship. Next is light. For light, I must say that letter L is individual sound. I, G, H all together make one sound, and T will make individual sound. So here I'm not bifurcating it into L, then I, then G, then H, then T. No. I, G, H all together make one sound as per Jolly Phonics. Letter I is L, I, G, H is E, and T is T, light. Next is cane. In cane, again, when I write grapheme, when I will do mapping, I won't be able to find anywhere sound of letter E. It is like C or K, A, N. Nowhere I can find the sound of letter E. So this is my written presentation, but the word is actually this. Then I have child. For child, I can say CH, all together one sound. Letter I, one sound. Letter L, L, one sound, and D, respectively. So I hope phonemes and graphemes, what are they? This is very basic level, a simple introduction of phonemes and graphemes. Phonemes, they are not written presentation, but yes, grapheme is a written presentation. Let's move ahead. Now, let's talk about the different actions. Every jollyphonic rhyme is having an action with a proper presentation and language. For example, this is letter S. For letter S, you have to weave your hand as S shape, like snake, and say S. So this is the complete action and presentation if you are doing letter S rhyme. For example, how we sing it: the snake is in the grass, the snake is in the grass, snake is in the grass. This is how we sing, and we will do an action also, which is already written here. You can use this language to understand the actions of jollyphonics rhymes, and of course sound is there. Now for example, letter A. For letter A, wiggle your fingers above the elbow. as if ants are crawling on you. And then what you have to say? Ah, ah, ah. So you have to say that something is going on and something is moving on my arm. And how do we sing? Ah, ah, ants on my arm. Ah, ah, ants on my arm. Ah, ah, ants on my arm. They're causing me alarm. So you will do the action which the girl is doing, and then you will introduce your letter A. Similarly, for example, for letter T, turn your head from one side to another side as if you are watching tennis. I hope you have watched tennis game in which one time you have to move to the right, then one left, and goes on respectively. And say the sound that is T. Letter T is T. And the rhyme is like, when I watch the tennis game, ta ta ta, ta ta ta. When I watch the tennis game, my head go back and forth. So this is how we inculcate in our children that you have to sing along. But yes, before that, they should understand it from their ears, or you can say head. They should get the signal in their head what my teacher is saying, and then children portray the same thing. So make sure that you will follow this complete manual. Each and every action is written here along with the sound of that letter. Besides that, Jolly Phonics rhymes are also written. If in case you hand over the portfolios to your parents, in that case, they will really feel happy and wish you good luck, because you are giving them such content which is not actually to be given to the children. But yes, when actions are given, then what is the harm that you can give the uh, recorded video? Next is letter N, for example. Here the aeroplane. Aeroplane is flying in the sky, and what you have to hear? Aeroplane. Hear the aeroplane, hear the aeroplane, hear the airplane making lots of noise. So it is like that. So teachers, like say, this is a complete PDF file which is having all the actions and rhymes. For rhymes, I had shared the link with you previously too. And for actions, like say, I can share this PDF also with you so that you will understand in a better manner. So I hope phoneme and grapheme is clear to you. What is phoneme and what is grapheme? Now I want to put some light on phoneme grapheme mapping. So just give me a moment. I share with you what is the meaning of phoneme grapheme mapping and how it goes and how you can do it in your classroom, like say. Okay. So just a moment, I'm sharing with you. Here it is. So this is my circle time going on, and let's see how it goes for phoneme grapheme mapping. Here is phoneme grapheme mapping, in which word is written and you have to break that word in different blocks, and then you have to fill those box. I mean, the child will do it accordingly. The child will fill the box accordingly, looking at the word and then thinking that yes, which letter will come in which block, which letter all together with another letter, or say two more ones come in the box, is called mapping. This is how we do mapping. Phoneme again is the smallest unit of sound in a word. Example, the word cat has three phonemes. Altogether, three phonemes. K, A, T. Why do we need phonemes is important? Because the English alphabetic code is based on 44 phonemes in English language. Letters of alphabet represent these sounds with 175 letter combinations, but yes, it is complicated. So, need of phoneme is there. We need to understand what is phoneme, and then accordingly we teach our children. When we teach reading also, we need to show how the alphabetic code works, that the letters on the page spell sounds in word. So this phoneme is actually part of a awareness program that is called Higgerty. One more written representation of phonics I am showing you on the screen. English has around 250 graphemes. Grapheme is nothing but it is the written presentation. Say for example, kite, I have this. So many graphemes. For nose, we have can also because it is used as known, right? PN as well, GN as well for nose. Similarly, for AWO, it can be OUGHO, it can be O, it can be AUO, like say. And similarly, for cake, it can be AI, AE, AY, EY, and so on. So you need to understand that this single unit, the smallest unit is phoneme, and the written representation, it is actually called grapheme. For example, one pictorial understanding I am giving to you. Look at the topmost picture where I can see a thread, you can say it's rolling, it's leaving an impression. So I can see it. No, I can hear the phonemes here, and I can speak those phonemes after hearing. Because I cannot see anything like say letter in these blocks. I can only hear. Auditory learning is there. Next is having auditory and visual learning both, because in letters, because in these blocks, letters are written. Two letter sound is a separate one, so it is written in one box. That is what I want to make you understand. Spoon, in which OO is written all together. That is grapheme, that is mapping. But when I talk about the letters, then in that case, it is a very beautiful example. I hope you are understanding. SPOON when I'm talking about letters. But when I'm talking about graphemes, then I need to understand which two letters or three letters they're going all and all along in that written formation. Again, word mapping, so easy. TRIP is the map. Now, how it goes, how you will spell. Now, so this is how we do mapping also. Very interesting example. FLIGH in one box and then T. Then this is actually map. Okay, now we have to spell this word. So what we do, we look at the map, we join the complete one, and then we spell that word. Very interesting activity which we had done in the class also, where we can see such graphemes, and from graphemes children are making words. I assure you this is very interesting, very effective, must try in your classroom. For example, phoneme is actually the smallest unit. Darker the circle, the more common the spelling pattern. F, 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 G, F, PH, like say, right? So we need to understand what is phoneme. It is a single one, but for spelling, it will get changes. It will show changes. So we need to understand the examples well. Make it a circle time activity. Always try to do phonemes or phonics in your circle time. It will really help children to enjoy. Which game you play in classroom to teach phonics? Do you also do mapping in your class? So one more activity is here for you. That what do you feel? Which game you play in classroom to teach phonic? Any gamification you use? Please share with others also. And do you also do mapping in your class? What do you think? Do you do or you do not do? Or after watching this, you want to do? So, dear teachers, it is all about today, fourth day. Now we will connect tomorrow. Till then, bye bye and take care.